Hi. Today's video has been a long time coming. You guys have no idea how long I've had to wait. Over the past few months, I've seen quite a few people trying e.l.f. products and being super impressed, and I haven't tried too many of e.l.f.'s products before in the past. So I was just curious to try a few of their products out. Therefore, I went onto their website and I ordered a few things, and that was back in late June, early July, when the Retro Paradise collection had just been released. They looked really pretty and glittery and glowy and awesome, so I wanted to try some of those out. I got the multi-dimensional face and body shimmer, and I got one of the lip glosses. But literally 2 days after I made that order, I placed a second one. I had just been browsing on the website after placing my first order, and I saw a bunch of stuff that, I kind of wanted to try. So I placed a second order. It just arrived last week. I placed that order in the middle of July because where I live, and because of COVID, I don't really have much opportunity to go out and shop in stores too often. So when I do, it's just usually my local Walmart, and they, number one, don't have a very good selection. They don't carry a lot of e.l.f. products, and number two, whenever I go, they're always sold out of everything. So I went online because you can find and order a whole bunch of stuff online that I just can't find in stores for whatever reason. So that's what we're doing today. I spent a few dollars on e.l.f. and I want to try some of them out. So I've got quite a few items here. Kind of a full face, kind of not, but I'm going to supplement my own products I already have. Not e.l.f. products, but I just kind of want to create a full face. This is going to be the first time on my channel that I've ever used bronzer, I think. I purchased a bronzer from e.l.f. because I used to have one years ago. I think I got it from Avon. It was that long ago. And I finally got rid of it because it was 8 years old and I never used it. I used it 5 or 6 times and it was old, so I got rid of it. So I purchased another one, and I'm gonna try that out today. I don't really do a lot of bronzing, contouring. I never use blush. I have a blush too. When you see the blush, the apprehension will make sense. Anyway, let's just get started here. So first off, of course, because I'm a glutton for punishment, I got the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. There she is. I already stuck my finger in there. I couldn't resist. I had to see what it felt like. Ugh. Who cares? I got the Poreless Putty Primer. I think they have 3 different ones now. I don't like being matte, so I didn't get that one. And the Luminous Putty Primer is intriguing, but I think this one was the safest bet for me. So I'm just gonna swoop my finger in there, and we'll see how this does. Apparently this stuff is enriched with squalane, which is a very moisturizing, hydrating ingredient. I have a little dropper vial thing of it over there. You can buy it from The Ordinary. I really like squalane. It's really good for people with dry skin, as long as you don't overuse it, because it's really potent stuff. I only need 2 drops, just 2 drops, and that's enough for my entire face. Squalane's really good, and this was the one with squalane in it, so I picked this one. And it does feel the consistency of it, when I rub my finger in there, it does feel like it has that oiliness to it. Not in a bad way. in like a unexpected way. I expected this to feel like more silicone-y. And I'm pretty sure it does have silicone in it, because I remember reading the ingredients. But it just, for something that says pore filling, it doesn't feel too bad. And I like that. So I just kind of applied it on my nose, on my cheeks right here where the pores are the largest, and on my smile lines. That should be good. There's really no smell to it, just smells like makeup, which is nice, because I don't like things having like annoying smells to them, like overly perfumey, or, you know, smells like baby powder or something. I got a lip gloss once. I was in the market for just like a plain lip gloss. Sorry, this is gonna be a quick rant. I just wanted a plain, clear lip gloss. Went to my local Walmart, and the only one I could find was from Rimmel. And for some reason, this lip gloss, I spent like $8 on this lip gloss, just a plain, clear lip gloss, and I was like, yes, finally, I just have a clear lip gloss that I can just put on naked lips, give them a little bit of shine. It's gonna be great. I put it on in the car, and as soon as I open up the tube, I smell baby powder. Why? Whoever thought to put like baby powder smell in lip gloss, you need to reevaluate, okay? Because like, that lip gloss to me is unusable now. I do not like, it's a lip gloss. It's inevitably going to be like just migrating its way into your mouth a little bit. It's inevitable. Do you really think that I find the taste of baby powder appetizing? The answer is no. So I was not happy about that. That was 8 of my hard-working Canadian dollars wasted. I'm just gonna go with a little bit of, this is a little pot of my foundation. I'm just gonna dot there and dot there. A little bit more, maybe. Because I didn't order a foundation. So I'm just gonna use the one that I use every day. I can't really tell if it like made me look more poreless, but my skin looks nice. It looks like normal. The putty primer didn't do anything abysmal to my complexion, so I like that. Cool. Now that I've kind of got that on, I did not do under my eyeballs today because I wanted to try the Hydrating Camo Concealer. Gonna do a little dot there and a little dot there, and that's it, folks. Spoiler alert, I have tried this already. Look at that. Look at that coverage. I don't typically use concealers, but I was really interested in this because a lot of people were raving about it, and I'm a dry person, so anything that says hydrating on it, what do you think? I have been using this at work. I have been applying a little bit of this underneath my eyes because the mask kind of stops here, and I don't get adequate amounts of sleep sometimes, so I've just been using this to try and make me look less dead, and it's worked well. Not perfect. I mean, if I go down like this, like, you can still see stuff because I did not apply that much, and my eyes are kind of poofy right now. Atrocious. But I think it looks pretty okay. The couple times that I have worn this to work, I've noticed that it doesn't really crease very much. So next I'm going to move on to the eyes. I was not smart, and I did not get a like any eye stuff from e.l.f, which I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I did get the Putty eye primer, but I didn't get any other eye stuff. No eyeshadow, no mascara, no eyeliner, because I already have like multiples of those things. But I really wanted to try this out because I've heard good things. This was, other than white, this was the lightest shade. This is the shade Cream, and I don't know how you can call that cream, but whatever. So I'm just going to pick up a moderate amount with my ring finger and dip it on my eyeballs. There's a naked eyeball. And there it is with the eye primer on it. It doesn't look too bad, but it is a little dark. It's a way drier formula than the other putty primer was, which was a relief. I was kind of worried for a second. Eyes are primed, ready to go. I'm just going to keep it super simple, and I'm going to be using this. Hear me out. I am using this on purpose, knowing full well that these eyeshadows, though they do work, they don't work super well and they're not super pigmented. So I'm using this on purpose because it's like a meh palette. This is the Chico one-shot eye palette in #wine burgundy. So I'm just going to slap a couple shades from this on my eyelids just so that there was a point to me priming them. So I'm kind of gonna go in with this shade right here, kind of just swoosh it all over. It's kind of a satin shade. Yeah. That actually applied really nice on top of the primer. Okay, I'm going to just take this sort of plum purple color just on the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to attempt to deepen the lash line a little bit right at the outer corner here. It kind of worked. This brush isn't working super well for what I'm using it for right now, so partially my fault, I think. There we go. Super simple. It's just basically all one color. I also got this lock-on eyeliner and brow cream in the color Taupe Blonde. I was really excited to try this because I was reading some of the reviews, and apparently a lot of people think this is comparable to the Anastasia Dip Brow, which I've never used because brow gels kind of scare me, and I didn't know how to apply these. But this was like $4, so I figured, you know, if I'm gonna try one, it might as well be a $4 one, so that I'm not investing a lot in a product that I'm not going to use. So I'm just using an angled eyeliner brush here. So I was watching how to do a dip eyebrow properly. So I'm just gonna try and follow her advice, and we'll see how bad this goes. So she just picks some up from the pot, dabs the extra on the lid, because you don't want a lot on the brush at once. Brush the eyebrow hairs up, kind of in the shape that I'm aiming for. Yeah. See, I don't really have a big problem with my eyebrows. They are a little on the light side. They don't really pop, but I don't find that to be a problem. And then she says to just like lightly go back in if you need more. And my brush here, I think this is an Eco Tools brush, but it's not quite as like skinny as it probably should be to work the best that it can work. But I'm just working with what I got here. This color is it's fitting me well, by the way. So if you have similar sort of like light brown hair color, or blonde, I guess, this will be a good color for you. There we go. I think I did okay. No brow gel. Brow gel. Does it look a little patchy? Yes. Have I ever done this before? No. So, give me a break. I'm going to finish my eyebrows off camera because this is going to take me forever, and then I'll be back. Okay, hi, I'm back. I look different, don't I? So I finished filling in my brows. I don't think they look too shabby. Again, this is my first time using like a dip brow kind of product, so I played it safe. just filled in a couple spots here and there and just left it at that. I then I just wanted to finish off the eyes really quick because the rest of the products that I was using on my eyes aren't e.l.f. products anyway. So I just used the Tony Moly gel eyeliner to give myself a little baby wing. I think they've turned out pretty good today. I like them. I think they're cute. And then I just put on a quick coat of the Lash Paradise mascara. I also ran a little bit of that dark purple shade from the Chica y Chico eyeshadow palette underneath along my bottom lash line a little bit. Is there fallout all over underneath my eyes now because I didn't do my eyes first? Yes, there is, and we're not going to talk about it. So before I move on to the rest of the face, I just want to talk about this really quick. I did not know that e.l.f. had a gel lip tint or a stain, and that intrigued me. So because as an avid user of K-beauty, I am quite familiar with the lip tint or lip stain, as it were. I did not know e.l.f. had one. There she is. I got the color Dewy Berry. There's what it looks like. This says that lips will look extra radiant and dewy with just a couple swipes of this gel lip stain. So it is supposed to be a stain. It's supposed to stain your lips. Directions: glide a thin layer of color directly onto lips. Allow to dry and reapply if desired for a vibrant effect. So I take from that, from the name and the claims, that this is supposed to work very similarly to like a K-beauty gel lip tint. So that got me curious. How does it perform in comparison? I tried to, this is the Dear Darling tint from Etude House. Very pigmented, very good quality stain. If you want a stain that will last all freaking day, this is it. It's extremely pigmented, so I don't use it that often. And it also, the thing I find with like gel or water tints is that for someone like me with quite dry lips, like a gel-based tint or a water-based tint will it will soak in and it will stain any dry patches, any dry parts of your lips extremely well, but it won't really stick too well to the other areas of my lips. So I end up with the butthole lips where there will be like pigment here and here, but like it will wear off everywhere else a lot quicker, so I'll just be left with like this weird ring around my lips. Anyone who's used this kind of tint probably knows what I'm talking about. It's infuriating. I prefer something that like an oil tint. It's more emollient and it helps to, you know, distribute the color more evenly across my lips. It's a more subtle stain. I prefer that kind of format usually, but if you want a pigmented lip with staying power, this is your guy. So I have several of these in different colors. This is the shade Pink 002. I believe this is Plum Red, and this is the closest color match I could find to this. So what I'm going to do, because I'm curious, is I'm going to just put a little swipe of each on the back of my hand, and I'm going to leave it to see what happens. I'll put it on the other hand. This is the Etude House tint. Super pigmented, super pink. And this is the e.l.f. one. I will be applying this to my lips later. I'm just curious to see how well it stains in comparison to a Korean lip stain. Wah, wah, wah. I'm gonna try and build this one up a bit so that it has a fighting chance. There we go. So that's the e.l.f. one. That's the Etude House one. I'm gonna leave her for a while and see what happens. Next up is the e.l.f. Primer-Infused bronzer in what I believe was the lightest shade, Forever Sunkissed. And the directions for this are just dab a large fluffy brush into the pan and gently buff into the cheeks, forehead, and anywhere else you want a kiss of bronze. Use with your favorite e.l.f. primer for best results. I'm not going to use a large fluffy brush. I'm going to use a, I believe this is a blush brush. I can control the placement of the powder better that way. So I'm going to dab very gently into the product. There we go. This is gonna be fun. Tap off the excess because I'm scared. And I'll start with my forehead, I guess. It's been so long since I bronzed. Oh, brother. It's gonna look so weird, man. I won't be applying much, by the way, because I don't want to look ridiculous. Tap a little bit over my cheekbones. I feel... that looks ridiculous to me. Like, has it been so long that I've forgotten how to use bronzer? I don't know what it is. I applied it on my forehead, my temples, and I brought it around to my cheekbones, and it looks good in my mirror. It looks absolutely fine in my mirror. On camera, for some reason, it kind of looks a little out of place. And I don't know if that's just because I'm super pale, or if I'm just not used to seeing bronzer on my face because I don't bronze, or if it is actually clashing somehow. I don't know, you tell me. Does this clash? Because I can't tell. It looks different on camera than it does in person. And I'm not used to seeing myself with bronzer on. So it's honestly hard for me to judge. But like, in person it looks nice. It applied very evenly. There was no patchiness. I used a really, really light hand. I really, really tapped off the excess because I didn't want to overdo it and screw up my makeup and have to redo it. But this is a really nice shade for a really fair person. So there's that. There's the bronzer. I like the bronzer. It just looks weird. Maybe I applied it wrong. Maybe that's why it looks weird. Because that is a possibility. I haven't used bronzer in years, so I could have applied it weird. Next is the Retro Paradise Multi-Dimensional Face and Body Shimmer. This is in the shade Luna. It's freaking beautiful. I know at this point like 1,000 people have done reviews on these. It smells amazing. So it looks white in the pan, but you swatch it and it's just like, it's pure gold. Look at that. There, I'll put it beside our experiment here. I'll just sort of, Lord preserve me. Look at that. So I'm just gonna take this, I don't have a proper highlighter brush. I'm just gonna take this big fluffy eyeshadow brush. It's been stained by some eyeshadow. Just ignore that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some of this on my face. I've been waiting so long to try this, but I had to wait until all this other stuff showed up before I can make this video. And the time has finally arrived. Well, you really don't need much, do you? Holy sparkle. Very gold. I usually go something that's a little more of a champagne, or even something that leans slightly more silver. Again, because I'm the color of a vampire. Actually, you know what? I'm so pale. When they were preparing to film the Twilight movies, the makeup artists actually contacted me and asked me what shade of foundation I wear, because they wanted to use it for their vampires. So, that's stunning. I'm actually going to put a little bit in my inner corners. This is amazing. I love this stuff. It is a little very golden glittery. So yeah, I'm a big fan. Did that make my face look less weird? I don't know. Okay, I also have this. This came as a free gift, so thank you, e.l.f. It was only available in the one shade. I have to talk quick because I'm running out of time on my phone. The packaging of this is really, really nice. I really, really like this packaging. Sleek, simple, black. The way it's curved here. I just really, really like the way it's curved. But this is a bronzer and blush duo. Look at that blush. Do you now understand why I was apprehensive? I will not be putting this on my face today, but I do want to swatch it for you because as you can see, I already did a little bit, and it was a really weird consistency, so I was like, I'm gonna wait and do that on camera. So this is the bronzer. Oh, so weird. So I'm gonna just swoosh my finger around in there. There it is. And I'm gonna put it on this hand here. There we go. Apparently it's like a cream to powder formula. And this is the, whoa, that's so weird. It does have like a weird creamy, see? I pushed in it. It is like a weird cream. And there's the blush. It doesn't look as dramatic as it does in the pan, which is a relief. Yeah, I'm not going to be using these today because as you can see, the reason I don't use blush, I don't think I even own a blush, is because my cheeks are already pink enough and I don't wear enough foundation to completely block that out. Like, my cheeks are already doing the thing that people use blush for, you know? I already have a natural flush to my skin, so I don't find using blush necessary. So I've never purchased one. This came as a free gift. They feel very confusing. They swatched okay. I don't know what they look like on my skin. I'll probably use them at some point in a different video. I'm just not using them today because I don't want to push it. But these are actually really intriguing. Last is lips. And I have 3 lip products. I have the lip stain, and I have a couple lip glosses. I don't think I'm going to use this one today. I'm going to use this bad boy. It's super glittery and I want to use it. But this is the e.l.f. lip lacquer in the shade Fantasy. It's just, it goes on as a clear gloss and it's got like a gold shimmer to it. I'll swatch it for you quick here. Bloop. There. There's Fantasy. It's a really nice gloss. And this is the one that I'm going to be using today. This is from the Retro Paradise collection. This is the shade A Moment. So I'm gonna just give you a quick swatchy swatch. That's the Fantasy one, and that's the Retro Paradise collection gloss. But first I'm going to put this on my lips. We will go over this in a second. I'm just gonna wipe it off to see how well it stained, but first I'm going to apply this. Oh, it's so pink. I didn't use very much of it. I kind of faded it out. I'll put a little more on. There we go. Nice and subtle. It does feel quite moisturizing. That is good. Not really a fan of the color, but what can you do? But this was the only one in stock. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this on top. I hate it when the doe foot, you apply a lip gloss on top of something else and then the doe foot gets all stained and weird. So I'll just put a little bit on my hand and I'm going to apply it with my finger. There we go. Beautiful. I had no doubt in my mind that this lip gloss would be amazing. I love this stuff, by the way. As long as you don't overapply it, I think this actually looks really nice. I'm sure you could build it up to like a more full lip, but if by some chance it it does stain my lips really bad. I don't want to be stuck with like bright pink lips all day long. So there's the lips. This stuff is really great. It smells amazing. I think it's supposed to smell like lemonade. It kind of smells like peach lemonade to me. There's fairly large flecks of glitter in here. There's gold glitter and pink glitter, I think. It is really comfortable on the lips. It's not sticky. You can slightly feel the little flecks of glitter when you rub your lips together though. That doesn't bother me, but just so you're aware. So now, the moment of truth. I'm actually really proud of myself. I actually didn't think that these would survive this whole time without smudging. So I'm just going to use a cotton round and some water, just plain water. So there's a little bit of water on there. And I'm just gonna rub this off to see, just to compare the stain. These have been on my hand for at least half an hour. So they've had a lot of time to stain my skin real good. So let's just, here, let's swipe it this way. Go over it a few times, just to see how well it sticks. Okay. To recap, this was the Etude House Dear Darling tint, and this was the e.l.f. gel tint stain thing. It did actually leave a stain. Not nearly as much as the Etude House one, but this actually did leave something. I put a pretty liberal amount on my hand, and when I wiped it away, this is the stain that was left. So the stain that's left is pretty subtle compared to fully what it looks like on your lips right after application. So yeah, that's actually not that bad. Now we know. I don't think I did too bad considering I used quite a few products today that I don't usually use. So a lot of these products I ended up actually really liking. I was convinced that a lot of them I wasn't gonna like just because I don't like change, but I actually really enjoyed a lot of them. So there you have it. That was the video. Just me playing around with a bunch of e.l.f. makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider giving this video a like and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. No butthole lips.